What's that word? So today, with Mr. Montgomery. So talk to me, man. Let's start. Introduce yourself, actually. Introduce yourself.
What's poppin'? My name's Mr. Montgomery. Journalist, documentary maker. The first to document UK drill. Yeah, man, that's me. I'm a Marmite character. You either like me or you hate me. I had a catchphrase. It's your number one journalist, Mr. Montgomery, if you remember that. But yeah, that's me still. Went away for a minute, but I'm back, baby. I'm back.
Never. So talk to me, man. Where you from?
I'm from Brixton, born and raised, country, Sierra Leone. Obviously born here, but Brixton, Lambeth, from Myatts, but raised in Angell Town. Same estate, same thing. They're brother and sister estates, but yeah, my heart's in both estates. So yeah, Brixton mainly. I'm a Brixton boy, Brixtonian, yeah.
Okay, so talk to me about what was your struggles like growing up in Angell Town?
I'll say from primary school, yeah, it wasn't a struggle. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of good memories. I did a lot in Angell Town. I did some good, some bad, but I had quite a lot of fun. My grandma's house was the main house. Like obviously being African, Nigerian yourself, you know, you probably have the one auntie or the one uncle that everyone's house was. That was the spot. That was my grandma's house, and in Granny's house, just bare cousins, bare male cousins. A lot of uncles, aunties, but a lot of us. There was 4 rooms in the house, so every weekend I would more or less be staying at Granny's house, but I would be there every day. I basically just lived there. But it was good. Primary school, from reception to 6, it was alright, man. Obviously I knew about the badness that was going on, but I didn't think it was a bad place. When I hit 7, that's when I knew this is the violent place. This is a real place, because the school that I went to a school called Archbishop Tennyson's. All right then. So yeah, I would say that school was a gang member making machine. Definitely. Yeah, if you listen, Archbishop Tennyson's in Lambeth, or all the main drill groups, whether it's 150, 410, Harlem, whatever, in Lambeth, majority of them went to that school. I went to school with main Harlem members. Some were younger than me, some were same year as me, but majority of the main names went to my school before they were obviously what they were and whatever, but they were. So Archbishop Tennyson. So when I was in Tennyson's, that's when I knew town was what it was, because like
that's when people start trying to rap it.
Yeah, and also my oldest cousin was one of the, 2 of my oldest cousins were one of the main members of Gas Gang. So from when I'm walking to school with because they went to school with me. They was in year 11, I was in year 7. When I've gone to school, I'm seeing, it's not clout, but you know where it is. Like, Rod, that's you're from Angel. Like, you got, so I knew, all right, why is everyone so, but then I knew what it was, because a lot of, not bad people, but more or less, a lot of criminals and a lot of people who are respected in the crime world come from Angell Town, in Lambeth, I would say. So when I hit secondary school, that's when I knew, this is a real place. Yeah.
So talk to me, how'd you get that name, Mr. Montgomery?
Obviously, it's my middle name. Well, it's part of my middle name. And then when I was in secondary school, as a joke, like someone in the class found out, right, your name. Obviously, it's banter, innit? I went all boys school. Why for that? I hate the why for that thing, but you have to do it. You get me? Because they're gonna clip you. You feel me? They're gonna say, but I went to an all boys school, and so that was the Mr. Montgomery, and then obviously the character Mr. Burns in The Simpsons, that's his name, Montgomery Burns. Obviously, Mr. Burns is a dickhead, like he's an evil character, but he was a breaded man. He had money. He was an affluential individual in The Simpsons, and I liked that element of him. Obviously, he is a representation of everything that's wrong with society, Mr. Burns. But in terms of bread, I like that. So, Mr. Montgomery, that's the name that, like, I believe your nickname is given to you. Like your real nickname is actually given to you by someone. So that's what it was, and then that's just what I ran by. At first, it's difficult to say, but that's what kind of made it more of a better name for me, because it's like it sticks to your head if you try to keep saying it. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Some people say Mr. Montgomery, some people say Mr. Mumble, whatever, but Mr. Montgomery, yeah, man.
Why did you decide to start doing content? Was it because you just wanted to document your friends, or was it there are other reasons?
Well, I'll say journalism mainly, because then when I started, nobody really called it content. It was mainly it was journalism. That's the essence of what I was doing. Obviously, coming from town, coming from fields, town is where UK drill started. Like, I was on the block when it started, when Sticks, M-Dog, and the 150 was outside. I was there. Do you get what I'm saying? I was standing on the block with these man, and obviously they would always be rapping on the block and free, like, you know how it goes. Mm-hmm. And then at first, I just wanted to just promote my brethrens, bro. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, that's what it was mainly, because I was in college, and in college I had to do that kind of project. So the first interview I ever did was with my brethren Sticks. Obviously Sticks being one of the pioneers of UK drill, and I done an interview with him. And at first it wasn't serious. I just did it for the local magazine that I was doing. It was in association with my college work. You feel me? I went to a college called St. Charles, Ladbroke Grove, West London. So I did that, and then I put out that interview. And at that time, he was the only one in the UK that was doing drill at that time. This is 014. Do you get me? A lot of the other guys that, I'm not being biased or dissing no one, but a lot of the other guys that did drill after, they wasn't doing drill. They were rapping, but it wasn't drill like the Chief Keef thing. And do you get what I'm trying to say? So I did that, and it kind of took off in a way. Do you get what I mean? It kind of had a bit of traction, and I liked it. And I liked the fact that I made something with my brethren, with someone that I know, and I've put it out into the world, and it got traction. It wasn't like loads of views or nothing, but just the fact that people saw product, and I was like, yeah, cool, I want to do this. So at first, I just wanted to do interviews with my brethren, the brothers from Fields, 410, and man's brothers that was from town, 150. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't care about the other groups, but then man's brethren were telling me, rah, you might as well interview man's pagans, bro. Like, you get me? Because you're not promoting badness, you're actually trying to promote positivity. So just, you might as well interview some of man's other peoples. Obviously, there was some man that I would never interview for obvious reasons. Do you get it? But there was other man that I did interview that were beefing my brethren, but it wasn't as deep, because going, like, in South London, yeah, especially in Lambeth, and especially the school that I went, yeah, everybody knows everybody, yeah. I had connections before I was even Mr. Montgomery. I was connected in Lambeth, yeah, Lambeth/Southwark, yeah. Obviously, that's the two main boroughs in South London, Lambeth and Southwark. I was well connected. I went to school with a lot of men from Southwark, and I obviously know a lot of men from Lambeth, so I was able to make those connections and do those interviews. And obviously the first documentary that I did was called On Your Block. It was not shit, but it was just a amateur documentary, you get what I'm saying? Just my brethren, salute to my brethren Kels. We just picked up a camera and just said, yeah, bun it, bro, let's just go on the block and just interview guys, but let me do it with a suit on. Why not? Like, let me do it like that, because I'm from the block. I can go to the blocks that I'm from, but instead of wearing a suit, a trackie and that, let's go on the block and talk proper. Because if I'm gonna do this, and it's gonna be on the internet, I don't know who's gonna see it. Do you get what I mean? And that's the thing with the internet. You gotta understand that anybody could see you and could want to invest in you, which obviously did happen later on in time. But I was like, yeah, I'm going to come and present myself with a suit, and I'm going to make people think I'm this nerdy character, but it's going to be, people, yeah. Yes, because it's kind of oxymoron. It's a guy who is wearing a suit in this rundown hood place, how does this work? Do you get what I'm saying? How is this guy able to go to all these places at that time, bro? This is what, 2016, 17. There was nobody on the internet going Angel Town. There was nobody going Fields. There was no one going Brandon Estate. There was no one going Stockwell. Do you get what this is when the beef was frying. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? This is when it was cracking. This is when it was crazy, bro. Nobody was going there, especially to go there in a suit. So I just wanted to do my thing differently. Obviously, along the way, I picked up enemies, and as we'll get into it or whatever, but to answer your question, the reason why I did it initially was just because my brethren were doing stuff, and I just wanted to promote what they were doing, and I wanted to showcase the world that I was in. Yeah.
No, for sure. So, obviously, do you feel like you remained unbiased when you're doing these films? So I'm sure some people in the comments will say you are a bit more biased to your brethren. But do you feel like you try to be unbiased when filming?
I tried to, but I couldn't, because unfortunately, coming from where man come from, man, I'm really from the block. Even though I've never promoted where I'm from, or you know what I mean, I've never really displayed myself. I've always displayed myself as this guy who's not like that. Do you get what I'm saying? But I'm really from the streets, bro. And the side that I'm from, unfortunately, there will be a other side, and that other side has dissed some of my family members, have dissed people in my life that have died, and so forth and so on. So as much as I tried to be as unbiased, it was impossible to an extent to remain one-sided. Do you understand? Because whether I do an interview today with Moscow 17, I'm still gonna go back to town. Do you get what I'm saying to you? I'm still gonna go back to Fields when it's cracking, real life stuff. I'm talking, because through this journalism stuff, I ended up having serious beef, proper stuff. When it was cracking with me, that's who stood in my corner. You get what I'm saying to you? So I reward loyalty with loyalty. Do you get me? So as much as I tried to remain unbiased, bro, it was kind of difficult. And that's why, you know, I kind of did not go missing, but I kind of had to go away, because it was difficult for me to produce a product that was impartial when it came to the street stuff, because of my ties and affiliations to who I was tied to. Do you get what I'm saying? Even though I wasn't trying to promote any ties, I genuinely, as Mr. Montgomery, bro, I genuinely wanted to make an impact in my community. I genuinely wanted to be the voice of reason for the streets. That was really what I wanted to do. I know a lot of man might say, oh, I did interviews and I might have asked mad questions, but that's what I needed to do at that time, bro, because I was really trying to expose the reality of this shit. I know what it is, bro, to hold your brother's coffin, bro. I know what it is to get a phone call from the police or some emergency service saying so-and-so is dead. I know what that feels like, bro. That is not nice. And I saw people rapping about this stuff that I'm experiencing and feeling the pain of. Because when you're watching a drill video now, they're not telling you about when you have to see the dead body 2 days after your brother dies or your brethren dies. They're not telling you about the cost of funeral, They're not telling you about how family members end up beefing each other because this family member, it feels like he's paying more money for the funeral and this family member's not. They're not telling you about when your solicitor is saying, boy, fam, I don't even know, bro, about this case, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if you're gonna beat this case, man. They're not showing you that. They're showing you the cars. They're showing you the girls. They're showing you, you know, like the good life. That's what they're showing you. But they're not showing you the reality of this bullshit, bro, which I have seen firsthand. When the police come to your door, kick your door down, push your grandma to the floor, arrest everyone in the house. They don't tell you that. So that's what it was with me as Mr. Montgomery, wanting to highlight what it was. Do you understand me? So to answer your question about whether I was biased or unbiased, I tried to be unbiased, but it was just, it was more or less impossible for me to do that, bro. Do you get it?
No, real.
Yeah.
So how can it, so when you're doing the on your block documentary, did you get any backlash from anyone on either side?
Nah, of course not, because they could genuinely see I didn't do a documentary dissing anybody or saying this side is beefing this side or bringing up anything federal. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It was clearly about drill, and the main topic of it was, what is this thing about? This is when drill was first. This was when there was no censors in tunes. Yeah, when you listen to every drill tune now, they say, yo, like that's what you hear every single second. Them times guys were blatantly saying, boom, drill was a different place them times. So that was for me, I believe that was the documentary that actually put drill in a human light, that made people see, all right, cool, this is like, what is this then? This thing's kind of different, and like, guys are doing this, guys are doing that. So no, I didn't get any backlash. Obviously, one person was like, "Right, I didn't know you was gonna get them man on there," but it's nothing, my brother. That's what it was, but there wasn't no backlash like that. Nah.
Because obviously, you did mention about having like some sort of issues with some people, like at a point in time. So, if you're able to, can you like talk on that situation?
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows who well, at that time, I had beef with about 4 different gangs. Yeah. I'd say 2 publicly came and said I dislike this guy, and you know who one of those people were. And the other 2, that was more just like, suck your mom when I see you, us going back and forth in the DMs, not that deep. But the other 2 was genuinely real life, real stuff happening, real beef going on, cases, like proper street shit. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be here talking names. Everyone knows who I had problems with and whatnot. But yeah, bro, because I'm from where I'm from, and because I had more or less the people in my corner, and the people that I had beef with were direct enemies to my brethrens, it was all right. Before I became and was doing the Montgomery thing, like I said, I was already connected in the streets. I already understood how to handle beef and how to deal with people that have a problem with you. No one is invincible. Anything can happen to anyone, but I was very trained or skilled in knowing the art of war, in dealing with certain men. So it wasn't no issue, because the people that I had problems with, I was never gonna ever be friends with any of them or align myself anyway. But in terms of how real it got, yeah, it got real. Real life things happen. Do you get what I'm saying to you? Thanks be to God I'm here. But yeah, man, I got myself dragged into the beef that was going on in the borough. And yeah, it is what it is, but that's what comes with, you know, wanting to be a great in your profession. Sometimes you're gonna have backlash and challenges that you're gonna have to figure out yourself. You feel me? Some of the things that did happen did affect me mentally. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm not gonna sit here and say I didn't battle with my mental health, but I overcame it. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I'm not weak. I'm not a pussy. You feel me? And I understood this is what it's gonna be if I get into this work. You feel me? Some of the people that I had beef with, or the individual I would say that I had beef with, is a person that dissed my brother. Is a person that before I was Mr. Montgomery, we didn't like each other. That individual just brought our problems to the internet. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But we already didn't like each other. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
So I swear you're related to Pistol P.
Yeah.
And SQ?
No, I wasn't related to SQ, but SQ's like a family friend, was a family friend still, yeah. Yeah, rest in peace to both.
No, therefore, so I'm guessing their death definitely did affect you deeply.
Yeah, I would say Pistol's death was had the most effect, because 2 years later on, after Pistol's death, my grandma died.
Oh, wow.
Because of the stress and just everything that was related to that. But yeah, Pistol was my right hand man for my whole life. We went to school together. Before I would go to school, I would not. Well, obviously, I was living with him at a point, more or less, at our grandma's house. That was my backbone. I've got him tattooed on my arm. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, so obviously, yeah, definitely. But it was a pivotal point in my life that made me choose and kind of understand what avenue I want to go down. Do you get me? It gave me a perspective on who I want to be in this life, because after he died, I understood that life moves on, bro. That was the first death proper death of someone like right next to me that I know. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I held his coffin, bro. Do you get what I'm saying to you, bro? Like, it's different. I don't know if you've ever experienced death to that extent of someone, not like just a family member, but someone who's in the streets. Do you get it? You see what it is. After he died, it's not like the beef that was going on in town just stopped. Everybody still had to do the street. So it was kind of, in a way, it's like, you do the street shit, you die, you more or less kind of die in vain. Not saying he died in vain, but you kind of do, because everybody moves on. You get what I mean? Like, time has gone on. People got kids now, family. Some people have jumped off the streets. It's like, you know, this thing. But yeah, it definitely had a pivotal point in my life. And rest in peace, my brother, man. You feel me? Everything I do, I always remember him. And I just believe that as human beings, you know, there's things that happen that give us meaning, and I genuinely believe his death gave me a meaning to become who I am and do the work that I'm doing. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
Defo. Well, tell me about this. How comes you stopped doing the videos and the documentaries? Talk to me about that.
Yeah, I'll be real with you, bro. I'll be downright. It's multiple elements, but it just comes down to just laziness, bro. I just got lazy. And I lost desire for it. Obviously, there's other factors to it, but the main thing is I'm not gonna be a pussy and come here and give excuses. I just got lazy. You get what I'm saying? I got tired of it, and I just like I just can't be bothered. And one day that turns to I can't be bothered, turns into 1 week of I can't be bothered, then turns into a month of I can't be bothered, then turns into years of I can't be bothered. You get it? Obviously as well, you know, I got dragged into the street shit that was going on. 50% of it was my content and 50% of it was my actual affiliations. You get what I'm saying? Some of my friends have died in the past couple years because of what's been going on in Brixton, and a lot of that did have a mental impact on me. You know, like I said, I battled with my mental health heavily. I was smoking a lot of weed, bro. That was my, you know, I used that as a coping mechanism to make me not forget, but just try and put me in a better place. But bro, the reality is, bro, no drug can make you a better person, bro. You feel me? I don't think weed is this dangerous thing compared to other drugs that exist, but I do think it destroys your creativity. It can make you stupid. I think it can make you, and I'm not saying anyone that smoke, of course not, bro, because one spliff here and there is not gonna kill you. But when I was doing what I was doing,
it was heavy.
Yes, and with what I was doing, it requires a level of intellect to do documentaries, to speak to people. For an example, right now you're communicating with me. You couldn't smoke a zoot just before this conversation with me, could you? Because it would fuck you up.
I'll just be laughing and shit.
Exactly, and that would, as funny as it would be at the time, if you did that, it would just make you look stupid and it would destroy the product that you have. So we definitely played a huge part in my downfall. You feel me? Right now I am doing dry January, but like I said, I don't think weed is this horrible drug, but I do think that, you know, at some point, if you abuse it, it can destroy you. To answer your question as to why I just completely stopped, mainly, yes, laziness, and yeah, I got dragged into the street shit that was going on, bro. And you know, it just had an effect on my mental health. But like I said, I overcame it, bro, because I don't believe in being weak, mentally speaking. I believe you can battle with depression and these things, but it can never overcome you if you don't let it. You get me? Like, this thing here, this mind that we have is the strongest element of your body, bro. Yeah, it like, you can control what stays in your head. I don't think you can control what enters it, because, you know, like, we're sponges as human beings. Anything can pop in, but you decide what stays in your mind, bro. And I had to decide, like, nah, man, I'm not gonna waste time no more. And you get me? So yeah, bruv, man, I had to come back.
So, but prior to that, like not even to talk about street shit, but were you doing anything prior, like maybe working, or were you just like talk to me about that, your professional life?
Well, yeah, obviously when I are you saying like when I stopped doing? Okay, yeah. So when I kind of stopped doing YouTube, I was at PA, Press Association. So I was writing for the Evening Standard. I was writing for the Independent. So yeah, as a professional journalist, yeah, I was writing articles and I was producing stories. But that stopped along the way. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But yeah, that was the main thing. After that, I had got into investment banking. So I was doing trading for... Yeah, but I didn't like it. I didn't really like it. I was working for a firm. Lots of hours and just numbers. You're sitting in front of a screen, and I was a portfolio manager. That was my actual like job title. But I just didn't like it, bro. I wasn't really like, I thought, yes, like when you hear investment banking, you think it's money and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. But this was during post like COVID times, but not fully post, but still COVID / post COVID. So the markets were very volatile because of what was going on. So things I was doing just wasn't making sense, bro. And then after that, I got into the construction industry. Yeah, but obviously in management and obviously trades a little bit. And I really like that. Right now, I've made my own construction company. I've been, for 2 years. Obviously, it's not something that, like, I do want to do documentaries and journalism forever, but there's a lot of money in construction. When you're in school, they say if you don't focus, you're going to end up on a construction site. That is bullshit. Yeah, if you get the right tickets in construction, obviously I got into management and developing. There is so much money in construction, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? I feel like in school or just in society, they condition you to believe that you have to be in an office with a suit and tie, and you have to take orders from somebody who is just unhappy, when you can be a free agent and you can do whatever you want in life. I feel like they condition you to not want to get a trade or get something that you can physically have. Investment banking was great. Journalism is great, suit and tie. But if those offices close, if that investment firm makes the wrong trade and goes bankrupt, you're done. But when you have a trade, a physical trade, it doesn't have to just be in construction. A trade can be anything. It could be singing, it could be coding. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It could be architecture. Something practical. I can go to Singapore tomorrow and build a different life with my trade. I can go to Kenya tomorrow and build a different life. I can go Somalia. I don't want to go Somalia. But you get the point I'm trying to make, yeah? You can go somewhere else with a trade, and I feel like school conditions you to not want to be a free agent. They condition you to be a slave. So to answer your question about where I was, yeah, I just tried different sectors away from journalism, you feel me? And that stuff obviously is not going to be documented online because social media is not a facade, but you're not going to show the real side of you. Do you get what I mean? You're only going to show... Yeah, do you get what I'm trying to say? You're not going to show yourself getting dirty, but yeah, man, there are other industries away from the internet that make you loads of money, and I experienced that. So yeah, man.
Let's talk about drill music. Do you feel like drill music has a negative effect on young people? I'm gonna give you a few examples. So obviously, last year there was some kids in Wolverhampton that killed an 18-year-old. I think they were about 12, 13. The other week there was a kid called Leo Ross who got stabbed to death. About 14-year-old, he was 12. And about a month ago, a guy, not even a month, or a couple weeks ago, someone called Gripper passed away. He was a 14-year-old and he was a drill rapper. So my question to you is, do you think drill music influences these kids?
This is my thing, yeah. Because this is the old age question, innit? It's a question I've answered a long time. Personally, for me, the cause of knife crime and the badness that's going on is not music. Yeah, I believe that most people, yeah, need to understand the difference between reality and fiction. Music is no different from a book, from a video game. It's no different from a movie. Yeah, I'll give you an example. Yeah, which one is worse? Listening to a 3-minute song about chinging and splashing and blah, 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 or you sitting down playing GTA for 6 hours after school? Which one do you think should have more of an effect?
You know, I think it depends on each person's psychology. But then the one thing I would counteract that by saying is that people know GTA is a game, but some of the things people are rapping about, that could be in their neighboring area.
But so it comes down to a person's individual psychology, right? Basically, that's the point you're trying to make, right? Yeah. So if you have not been told the difference between reality and fiction, then that's the problem of your parents and the environment that you've come around. Because music can never influence me. Me personally, I can never be influenced by music. It's impossible. However, though, I can understand a situation where if you're in an environment where you're getting bullied and things are happening around you, you can use that music to influence your thoughts, your evil thoughts. But the thing is this, there was beef before music. Yeah, like I was saying before, I grew up in a gas gang era. Like, that was what I was affiliated, and that was worse than now. And there was no drill music. There was music, but it wasn't as global as what it is now. And the music wasn't as violent. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But it was way worse. It's just that this stuff is being documented now. However, though, yeah, I'm not going to sit here and act like a fool and say that the drill music is not violent. That's just dumb. I just genuinely believe it comes down to one's personal psychology. Yeah, you need to understand that there's a difference between reality and fiction. Simple as. Beef is going to be beef, music is going to be music. However, though, yes, there are some individuals that based on their environment, the music can become their reality. But I think that's more of a societal problem than the music's problem. So yeah.
Fair enough. So talk to me about this. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on the state of the drill scene and the rap scene in the UK?
Okay, now UK rap, yeah. I'll start with UK rap, yeah. So UK rap, specifically, you're talking your Potters, your Nines, your, I'd say Fredos, your Clavitt, like that kind of scene. I think that scene has rightfully got the respect that it's got, yeah. Potter's Potter Paper's one of my favorite rappers, yeah, when it comes to UK rap bars, like literally telling a story and bars, yeah. And I'm happy that that scene has got a resurgence in the last year. But when it comes to UK drill, this is the thing, it's a double-edged sword, yeah, because as much as it's gone far with your Central C's doing big things, his album just come out recently, Can't Rush Greatness. I gave a listen to it. I think it's a great album. He's become the end product of what drill is supposed to be, yeah. However, though, the quality around the board, across the board, has died down. But that's what happens when anything becomes commercialized, right? When the market of something becomes saturated, it becomes difficult to compete in, and the quality is destroyed. When I started covering drill and documenting drill, it was a different world. it was different flows, different beats, different producers. Like I said, there was no in every 2 seconds that you speak. There was no blurring, so the artistic freedom was different. The quality of drill now is not as good as it used to be. However, though, yeah, the question you just asked me, with it being violent or not, bruv, at the end of the day, it's not as violent as it used to be. And we got asked, what do we want? Do we want a genre that is successful, less violent, the quality is not as great, or do we want a genre where we're going to keep asking, does this music cause violence? And it may not be global, but it sounds good, but it's violent. We got to pick and choose which one. Do you get what I'm saying to you? I'm saying that where it is now is a great place for it to be. Yeah, it's giving people stability, it's giving people financial success. I'm so proud of Central C because I remember watching him before he was a drill rapper. Do you get what I'm saying? He gets a lot of not stick, but he gets a lot of like criticism. People saying bullshit like, oh, he doesn't live the life, but you don't know. Do you understand? Yeah, you might look at me and think, Mr. Montgomery's never been in the streets. He's never done. You don't know. And the problem with our people is we're so fixated on looking the part than actually being the part. I couldn't give a shit if somebody said Central C's done this or done that. You don't know if he has. You don't know. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I like his music. I think he's a good rapper and I'm happy for him. And I think drill is in a good place right now, commercially speaking. Quality wise, come on, bro. The best era of drill for me was 2016 to 2018. Yeah, some can argue it was before, some can argue it's after. It's based on your preference, but it's in a good place, man. It's in a good place.
definitely. Cool. Do you think drill is dead?
Do I think drill is dead? That's a good question. Music can never die. Yeah, and I want to apologize to the grime scene, because a couple years ago, when I first started documenting drill, I used to ask the question, is grime dead? And I want to apologize to the grime community, because music can never die. Yeah, it can become unpopular, just like markets. Like, you know, I was in the investment world, the trading world. Markets go up and down. One day the market can be at a high price, saturated. It can be yes, and then it can pop. We're looking at crypto, we're looking at it's no difference when it comes to music. But that stock doesn't die, it doesn't go away, it's still on the market. It just needs more of a resurgence. So music can never die. Is it losing its popularity? Slowly but surely, yes. Something else will come. Like, we've got these underground geezers, the Lens, the Lances, the Fumigeros, that's coming through the ranks. Yeah, that might be the next sound in the next 2 years. Do you understand? It might get redefined. Someone else might come and do a mad thing, and that might be the thing. But drill music can never die. That is impossible, bruv. The only thing though with drill that has made people, you know, question it and whatnot is obviously the question of, does it cause knife crime and does it do anything? I believe drill becomes dead when somebody disses a dead op, yeah, or like I said, smoking on the op and saying this and that, but this person is not in the area, and then these geezers, yeah, listen to that music, go to that area and look for Donny, and Donny's not there, and who they're gonna look for? A civilian, yeah, that might look like he's involved but he's not involved. They might argue with Donny, and because Donny is not a prick but he's not involved in the street, he might argue and they might get pissed off and just do him in. And then that's when drill becomes, okay, cool, now like you dissed these people and because of that this guy died, blood is on your hands. Now that question comes, but in terms of sonically, is it dead? No way, bro, that's impossible. Drill will have the same cycle grime had. Yeah, grime came along, it was doing well, then it became unpopular, then it had another resurgence in like 014, 15, like remember, and that's how we had the Stormzy's of the world, the AJ Tracy's of the world. Then it kind of not died down, but it became a bit unpopular after that. And then now, thanks to the likes of DJ AG, even as DJ Mac 10, grime now is starting to have its own bubble in its own realm. And I think that's going to happen with drill. It's going to become unpopular, yeah, because Central C, I don't see anywhere past drill can go with what Central C's achieved. That's just my opinion. I might be wrong, yeah, but I don't see any ceiling higher than what Central C's done, in my opinion.
To be fair, I wouldn't really class Central as a what's it called? As a drill rapper. Do you think he did hop on drill? I don't class him as a drill rapper because I feel like he's gone beyond drill. Even Digga D, I don't look at him as a drill rapper. I look at him as an artist because I feel like he's went beyond drill beats. He's exceeded that roof. I'll say one of the reasons why people say drill is dead is because all these guys keep going drill. Like, for some people, you got Digga D. I think his sentence is due to be on Monday or something. Which, and to be fair, what he's in for is stupid.
Listen, this is the thing that I was gonna say. Yeah, I hate a jail cat. Yeah, but not on Digga D. Yeah, because obviously his battle with the system. Yeah, sometimes it's 50-50. Yeah, you can have a jail cat that goes to jail because they're just an idiot and they just keep going in and out. And then you can have someone that is systematically oppressed by the system. You have a horrible probation officer. Anything that happens in the area, because your name rings bells, they just want to lock you up. I think, apart from his case, because I can't speak on the brother, he's in jail, do you get what I'm saying? And it would not be right to do that. But I have seen a pattern with Digga where the system, yeah, and I'm not saying that every time he's gone to jail it's not his fault, but there's many cases I've seen with his cases, public information I've seen, that they have systematically oppressed Donny, bro. Do you understand me, bro? They have systematically put a chain around my man, yeah? I'm not saying all the time, but that has been his case, definitely. The system has, to some extent, 50% might be his fault, obviously. Then the other 50%, definitely. This case now, I don't know, yeah? I can't be speaking on his case, not knowing what's going on, but, and that's the thing with a lot of these drill rappers, yeah? There's a branch of them that they're just idiots. They just go in and out of jail. They don't give a shit about their freedom. They don't care. They don't value their what they have in terms of music. You feel what I'm saying? And they listen to the fans and what the fans want of badness. So they would rather give the fans the image of badness, yeah, so that they don't say, oh, he doesn't rap what he lives, and they give into that, and they don't actually understand that you are blessed with a fucking career. Take this shit. You don't have to prove nothing to no one. If you've been in the streets and done the streets, bro, and you're thriving in your career, who gives a fuck if anybody says you're not doing drills anymore? Do you get what I'm saying to you, bruv? Like, why are you gonna fucking throw away? And I'm not talking about anyone specific. I'm not talking about Digger. I'm just saying in general, yeah. And then you have the other side again, that they're just oppressed, bro. Their name's been ringing bells in their hood for so long that they are the only person that the police look to when something happens. If someone gets touched, let's go grab my man. He might say something. We're going to send out a message that we're on. So that's just where it is. But what do you expect? If you're rapping about killing and shooting and stabbing, bro, of course, people are going to go to jail for killing and shooting and stabbing. That's just the reality of the situation, bro, yeah? Or someone's going to be a scapegoat. Look at KO, yeah? I've looked into his case. I'm currently working on a documentary to do with joint enterprise. I think I believe he was unlawfully jailed, yeah? Obviously, what he's been charged with is not just murder, it's conspiracy and attempted murder. Those are big cases. But when you look at the public casing and you understand what he's been sentenced with, 37 years is bullshit. He shouldn't have got 37 years. Rest in peace to KC Booth, yeah? Not condoning anybody's murder, but KO did not pull the trigger, and there's no actual proof to show that he planned the murder. When you look at the actual file, yeah, you can't necessarily prove that because he done a song rapping about this killing, it means that he planned the killing. That's bullshit.
To be fair, they did say that that they caught them allegedly having meetings with other members.
That's rubbish, yeah? If I meet my brethren in a cafe, how do you know I'm discussing a murder? If I don't pull the trigger, how do you know this is a sensitive topic because somebody's died, yeah? So we're not condoning the murder. Rest in peace to the guy that died. Rest in peace to him. What we're talking about now is the legal proceedings, because the reason why it's deep is because me and you, we could be brethren. Yeah, there could be 5 of us in the car. We could just be driving, and then you could just say, Montgomery, just pull up over here, bro. I just need to go check my bedroom real quick. You could get out of the car, run up into someone's house, burn someone, run inside, get back in the car. Nobody knows that you went and shot someone. We could go a drive. 2 weeks later, we all get arrested. On CCTV, it looks like I drove to that place, you got out, and you killed someone. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So that's why it's injustice, because that could happen to anybody. I could be driving. I got brethren that are out here that are still whatever, and we could just be driving, and he could go and collapse someone, and they could think we drove. Do you get it? So yeah, his case is a very interesting one, and I'm really looking into it, because like, how do you define how somebody planned a meeting? Is it because we met up and we sat down? Because
I haven't delved into the case as much, but from what I understand, I think the song played a part, because obviously the mention of same sickness of our family. I'm just repeating the bars. Yeah. It basically showing that both Casey Booth and his older brother both got shot with the same gun, which is only information the police would know. And to be fair, the police didn't even know it at the time. When they listened to the track, they're like, "Oh, let's test the case."
Yeah, but this is the thing, though. Yeah, again, it's good that you brought that up, yeah, because just because I say something on a track, is it art or is it evidence? Do you get? That's the question.
No, police at the time, police didn't even know that it was the same gun used to shoot both of them.
But still, though. This is the question: is it art or evidence? Can you use art as a way of evidence? I could say anything on a song. I could say anything on a tune, even if it's correct. It does not. You can't use that in court, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? And this has been the battle for all this time. Again, I'm not condoning nobody getting killed or shot, bro. Yeah, rest in peace to him, and condolences to his family. Again, we're talking about the legal proceedings of things here, because this is serious. Your brethren, your brother, could do a song tomorrow about something, and he could go to court for what he said on that song. Does that, like, do you get, like, it just shows of what, like, are we actually free here? If I can say, if what I say on a fictional song with as a fictional character, because these rappers are fictional characters, whether you like it or not, you are a fictional character once you put a belly on, or forget even a belly. Once you, even right now, I'm a fictional character as Mr. Montgomery. It's fiction. It is fiction, bro, to an extent. Yeah. So that's really what it is, and I think it's just a case of like art or evidence in it, like what can and what can't be used in court. Because at the end of the day, the prosecutor's job is to paint the defendant as the biggest monster in front of the jury, but ethically, it just depends on what the prosecutor uses, what paintbrush the prosecutor uses to paint this character as. Can prosecutors use anything to paint someone out as a villain? Can he get footage of you walking down the road doing something and say, okay, like that's what is being discussed here when it comes to his sentencing. We're not condoning nothing. I have to keep saying that because I know where it is to lose somebody, and it's not fun. It's not a nice topic, but legally 37 years for me it's wrong. I think the judge wanted to send out a message, definitely.
And also, I believe, at least obviously this is all alleged, I don't know, but apparently some people believe that the reason that they all got a book thrown at them is because they possibly knew who the actual shooter was. But obviously no one said anything. So again, that's sort of part of the reason, and as well as that aggravating factors such as other people being there. Remember, it was a child's birthday party as well. So these other aggravating factors that you need to.
No, definitely. Like again, like you said, yeah, it's a sensitive topic, but that's the streets, bro. You play the game, you know the rule. You don't speak. And KO played the game, and unfortunately, he paid the price of playing the game, even though he didn't do it. Do you get what I'm trying to? He did not do that. Like, and we know that the judge said the killer is not in the court right now. Like that's the big thing about it. Nobody done this. You get what I'm saying?
Don't get twisted. I feel like with all this conspiracy stuff, I feel like that's basically our version for Rico.
Yeah, definitely. Because if you plan something, that's basically like, yeah.
I've heard of cases where people are like, you know what, like they might be in a group chat and they might have been some beef. They might have said, yo, let's ride out, let's go do something to my man, let's deal with them. Some of them aren't even gang members. And then for whatever reason, and they don't act on it. They just sit in the chat. They don't act on it. Nothing happens after. But then when the chats get leaked and police find it, then they say, oh, we're gonna give you guys conspiracy to commit attempted murder or conspiracy to do this or even like, for example, if I texted you and called you, said, yo, I got like a Z allowed for you right now, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna buck you around the corner, and then you don't buck me and I don't come to you, that's still conspiracy to supply drugs. Yeah,
definitely. No, yeah, of course. Like, this is the thing, and it's good that you're rebuttaling me in terms of the legalities, and that's what court is at the end of the day. It's about not about what someone did, it's about what you can prove. Do you get what I'm trying to say to you? And a lot of man in this rap thing, aside from KO, a lot of guys in this thing don't understand that when you sit before that judge and that prosecutor, yeah, bruv, everything goes out of the window, bro. Yeah, it's what they can prove in that minute. How you've conducted yourself in life, up to this point of your life, will decide where you spend the rest of your life. But this is the thing: a lot of men, they don't, like, their level of comprehension doesn't make sense, bro. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But this is just what it is. And when you get back to the question of, is drill dead? These are the things that can not kill drill, but puts a hole in drill, because a lot of guys don't understand that what you say will be used in court, bro. It shouldn't. Me personally, I don't believe what I say on the track should be used in court. But that's just what it is, bro. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it is what it is. Condolences to Casey Booth, of course. Rest in peace to him. But 37 years, man, I don't think he should have got that, bro. I don't
Heavy sentence, honestly.
Heavy sentence, but it is a message, innit? It's a message to the youths, to the kids that, bruv, when you play the streets, bro, it comes at a price, man. You get me? So yeah, I think if he appeals and he has the right legal team, I believe he could possibly, maybe not get it quashed, but I think he might get a reduced sentence if he knows the right. Remember, court is about listen, there's three people, yeah, in this court system. There's the prosecutor, your solicitor, barrister, judge, lawyer, whatever, and the judge. Yeah, if the judge has if they all three have a good relationship with each other. Yeah, remember, you know, after work they all go to drink, they all sit with each other. Their children know each other. Do you get what I'm saying to you? They all sit down in a social setting, bro. They all know each other in some way, bruv. Yeah, you could easily, as his lawyer or whatever, and say, listen, man, I'm not gonna lie, like 37 years was a bit mad, you know. Like, what are you saying? Like, do you get?
But you know, I feel like with KO, in all honesty, I think the only way I can see him ever being free in the foreseeable future is if the actual killer comes forward,
yeah, or if he snitches, yeah.
And he can prove that he had no connection to the actual murder of that day. When it happened, he only knew about the aftermath, but not about what happened.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the only way I can see him ever getting off.
It's crazy, man. The streets, though, man. It's just where it is, bro. You feel me?
It's what comes with it, man.
Trust me.
Oh, cool. Let's talk about this, man. Let's talk about this. When you coming back, bro? When you coming back? When you gonna start doing documentaries again, man?
I'm in the works with something right now. Okay. You know, I got a book coming out this year as well. On drill. That's gonna be my, you know, that's something that I've been working on for a couple of years. But I'll be back soon. Very, very, very soon. Very soon. It's just getting myself out there, putting my face on screen, you know, getting my ugly face outside. But yeah, man, the landscape of social media content has changed from when I was active. Things have changed a lot. You get what I mean? Obviously, the last documentary that I worked on was 2022, the Mars Driller, but that was for a Swedish brand on SVTV. But in terms of like my big production was obviously Terms and Conditions, and that's turning 5 years in February. 2 million views, BAFTA nomination. From then till now, COVID happened, the AI's come, like you get what I'm saying? Like even the power of these rap channels is not as powerful as the last few years. The whole landscape's changed. So real soon, bro. Real soon, man. Real soon, yeah.
No, therefore. What can we like look out for? Like any sneak peeks you can get?
This is the thing, bro. It's like there's different sectors I want to go into. I want to really go into like finance and like politics. I want to do documentaries on that.
I can see you do that shit.
Yeah, but also the drill music world and our social landscape. Like for an example, the documentary I'm working on now is Joint Enterprise. This case of KO and other similar cases. Yeah, I'm working on that. I really like those kind of documentaries. So we just have to wait and see, innit? We just have to wait and see whatever floats. But my book, that's the main thing. That's gonna be the main thing, innit? Everyone make sure you go buy that. You feel me? Don't be broke and cheap.
So yeah, let's touch on some trending topics. So one thing that went viral on Twitter basically yesterday, not even the other day. Central C released his album, Rush Greatness. I've listened to a couple songs. I'm actually liking it so far.
Yeah.
But his last song on the album was Don't Know Anymore. And he mentioned his old friend Bambino Qadr. And if you don't know, we interviewed him. And they basically, long story short, they fell out because Bambino felt like Central C wasn't really trying to help him, that he kind of left him behind, that he didn't really like he didn't really value the friendship that they had. But obviously in the song, Central C saying different that if
I
he
heard
just
it, yeah. In this life, bro, nobody owes you nothing. I've had friends that I've given money to, that I've given resources to, that I have worked hard to put them not in positions, but worked hard to give them stuff, and they have turned around and given me nothing, and I can't be upset. Yeah, nobody owes you anything in this life. I don't know this geezer Bambino, yeah, and I don't know Central C, so I don't know how deep it is. I can understand you feeling as if your brethren ain't helped you. I get it, trust me, I know how it feels, bro. But nobody owes you nothing. It doesn't matter who it is, bro. There's only two people in this life that owe you something: your mum and your dad. Yeah, up until you're 18, they owe you love, care, protection, provision, and guidance. Up until you're 18 or 21, they don't owe you shit. Nobody owes you nothing, unfortunately. So I hear this guy, but Central C don't owe him nothing, bro. He don't owe him jack shit, bro. That's just the reality, bro.
Because I heard from both sides. Because I feel away from my homie. Obviously, again, we don't know both of us.
But what did he want to do? Just put him on a song?
So obviously, I think that there was a factor of different things. So one thing was that Bambino saying a label approached him saying that if you get Central C on one song on your album, that we will give you £250,000. And then obviously Central C turned that down, and obviously there's some other things because when some of the other artists like Curbs and A2 Anti and F Dot were releasing music, he was basically telling him not to release music, type thing. And he kind of felt like, is that thing that you don't really make music? Is that he kind of felt like on the back burner? Mind you, he's not making no money when he's on tour with when he's being Entourage. He's just there, innit? And obviously, and there's only so many times you can fly abroad and maybe hang with the groupies or whatever. And then you're thinking like, bro, you don't have nothing for yourself. Like you haven't built anything by yourself. You have no actual credible.
I hear you, but bro, you can't rely on the next man. I hear it. Trust me. Like I get this. I don't know this Bambino geezer. Yeah, I can only rely on the interview that he said. So I'm just going off of what he said. Yeah, I get that. But unfortunately, bro, in this life, you have to make it happen for yourself. You're here. You've built this thing for yourself. Yeah, I'm sure along the way of building this industry, you've had friends that don't promote your music, not music, that don't promote your videos, that don't share your thing. What are you going to do? Are you going to stick it on them? Are you going to stop being friends with them? No, it just is what it is, bro. Sometimes someone can have a vision for themselves and you might just not be in that vision, bro. That's just how it goes.
Because same way Bambino was saying that, like, it was a thing of Central C was basically telling them, this is our plan, this is what we're going to do. But it's like, and for example, some man, they might chat to a girl, and they might be like, I'm going to do this for you, I'm going to take you out, like, I'm going to make you mine, but more time. But then they do something entirely different. Kind of felt like it was that type of, it was moving like that.
Man, I don't know the relationship between the two. I can't speak too much, but remember, this is what he's put out in the public. So I'm speaking on what I've seen the interview with you, and I've seen the interview with you and him, and I think as well. Yeah. So I'm going off of what he said, and from what I've seen of what he said, I'm sorry, I don't buy it, bro. As a man, you make your own way. You can feel entitled. You can't feel entitled to another man's path. The same way he's built his thing. Because remember, Central C was doing his thing for years, bro. Remember, I saw Central C. The first time I discovered Central C was 2015. Yeah, and he was doing music way before that. Nobody was respecting his thing. Not in a diss way. No one was giving him. Yeah, bro. Yeah, he had to work hard and put his thing there. Yeah, and now you're coming to shit on him because you just believe you're his brethren that he has to give you something. Life just doesn't work like that, unfortunately. But I don't know their relationship, so I can't speak too much. But no one will owe you nothing, man. Nobody owes you nothing. Sorry.
I hear it, man. Also, what do you think about the album?
I think it's alright. I think it's decent. I gave it 2 listens. I think it's alright. I like his song with Dave. I like his song with Young Miko.
I think so. I never heard of him before, but
yeah.
I listen to the song.
Yeah, I think Central C has positioned himself in a perfect place. I hate hearing people say he's an industry plant because he's not an industry. Let me tell you what an industry plant is. As someone who's been in the industry, I was at Link Up TV for many years. I have seen industry plants. Yeah, Central C is not an industry plant. An industry plant is an individual that never did music before, drops one track and it's popping for no reason, and it's all over the place. It's got radio play. That's an industry plant. Your first song, nobody's ever heard of you before. You just dropped music today and it's on radio. It's there. It's did it. Come on, man. That's industry plant. That's a disrespect to Central C, because imagine you doing your work for 10 years, bro. No one is paying attention to you. You're going mad. You're singing your heart out. You're going so, you're doing this thing, but nobody is believing in you, bro. Yeah. It's getting to a point where it's like, bruv, do I even do this music anymore, bro? And then you have a year and you pop, it goes mad. And you're going, and then people are gonna come around and say, "Oh, it happened overnight." Nah, bro. Central C's thing didn't happen overnight, bro. He worked his ass off to get to where he is. Yes, he has the machine and the people behind him. He's got his manager, YBs. But Central C is not an industry plant, bro. Like, that's a disrespect to him, and that's a disrespect to hard work, bro. Imagine you now. I've seen your platform for years. Imagine in 3, 4, 5 years now, you get the best interviews in the UK. You are the next. I don't want to say you're Vlad, because you know what I mean, but let's say your platform is on the level of Vlad, and then some guy that don't like you is like, "Oh, he's a joke, man, fam. He made his thing, like, you know what I mean, like, he's an overnight success." How are you gonna feel? You're gonna be pissed off, bro. You come in here sometimes probably booking interviews, someone might not make it. You taking your own money out of work, booking studio. Like, do you get what I'm saying? It's mad, bro. How dare you call me that's disrespect. No, yeah, so I respect Central C for what he's done. I like his album. It will probably go #1. And yeah, bro, he's done his thing. I wish he would have got more UK, like, maybe, I don't know, man. I think maybe he could have got like a drill. You said he's not a drill artist, but I do believe he still has the drill influence. I would love to see him on like a drill all-star song, like him, maybe a Heady one, or like yeah, but some serious, just drill all-stars and see him line up with certain people. That's what I would love to see him do. But big shout out to Central C, man. Like, fuck everybody that hates on him, bro. It makes no sense if you're hating on Donny. I think he's done exceptionally well for himself, bro.
No, definitely, man. And I like to see a person in the UK just make it out, you know. So definitely big up to him. Now talk to me about this, innit? What do you think? Like, what do you think what do you think is the future of the UK music industry? Because I feel like nowadays your GRMs or mixtape madnesses, they don't really have a monopoly anymore as they used to do. And I feel like a lot of artists now are more open to incorporating content creation into the artwork. So how do you see? Where do you see the UK music industry going?
Well, for channels, I'll start with the channels, yeah? Salute to all the channels. Press Play, Link Up TV, GRM, Mixtape Madness, even Pac-Man. Salute to all of them, because without them, we would not have what we have right now, yeah? So that's standard. However, though, their business model needs to change, yeah? They need to have 2 things. Number 1, a dividend service where...
make money.
Yes, yeah, where you give me back some form of royalty, whether it's quarterly, whether it's whatever, yeah, you give me a percentage of the video, and a subscription based model, yeah. I pay £100 a month and I get 2 videos on the channel a month, something like that. Do you get what I'm trying to say to you? Because again, with markets, they change. Things adapt, people change. Nowadays, you can put your song on your own channel, ads, build up your ting, bro, and before you know it, you're getting millions of views on you don't need no channel. Uploading on these channels, I like what they've done, but uploading on these channels costs too much money, yeah? Doing a music video, yeah, for your standard artist, yeah, you gotta get the car, You gotta get the cameraman. You gotta get the models. The one with the butterfly on her bum, yeah? Salute to her, because she been doing her thing for a while, yeah? Right. But you gotta get all these things, plus location, plus that, plus marketing. Before you even upload the video on the channel, you've spent a bag 5 just on your video. Yeah, including studio time. Then now you're gonna upload, it's $350 depending on who you are, $350, $250, whatever, bro. Then you have to promote it on Made You Think, promote it on this platform, Google ad, blah blah. You have to do all this, bruv. For one video, it could cost you 3 bags. Do you get what I'm saying? Now imagine for you to be on point and release at least once every 2 weeks, you gotta spend 3, 4, 5, bruv. That is, and are you getting that money back in the streams? Most are not. So these channels, salute to them all, because they are the pillar of our scene, but they need to change their model, bro. It needs to change. You need a subscription basis. You need to either reduce the amount of money that you're making artists upload, or offer more. If I'm paying £350 to be uploaded on this channel, yeah, I need to make sure that I get a post on the website, I get a post on the page. There needs to be more for my money, bruv. You get what I'm trying to say? Or else artists are just gonna go down the independent route of just uploading on their own shit.
That, or even like go on to the smaller channels as well, because I do see a few smaller channels coming up as well.
Yeah,
I feel like some of them are kind of taking market share from the leaders in the space.
That's the thing, but like, this is the thing, yeah. Obviously, GRM is numbers wise is what the biggest, yeah. They have every right to want to upload, or they have every right to make their price, yes, because Posty's built his thing. How dare anybody tell you that you have to do it to this? But it has to make sense. I feel the market where it is now is stale. And the only way is you offer something new, bruv. You gotta change this thing because artists can't keep paying 3 bags, 2 bags. Like, it's too much money, bro, and you're not getting it back. It's just, yeah. So they need to change their model. But big up to these channels, because without them, we would not have a scene, innit? Yeah. But yeah, man, that's really what it is.
Talk to me. Let's talk about like journalism in the space as well. Like, I feel like one thing about the UK. You know, shout out to Az. I want to say a big shout out to Az, because one thing I like about him, he says what he says, and he does not give a fuck. He does not give a flying fuck. And I feel like we need more people like Az to like. So I feel like even that actually helps create. Obviously, that creates content, and that content actually helps promote artists. Even though it's not the promotion you like, it's still promotion. It's still keeping a name relevant, or keeping your name floating about. I feel like we need more of that type of thing in the space.
Yeah. This is the thing with journalism in the music scene. For me, like I said, before I came into Mr. Montgomery and doing that, I had my goons. I had my assassin. Like, I had my people behind me, that if anybody had a problem with what I said, you could meet them. Not promoting no violence or anything, but I understood the work I was going into. The problem with a lot of these guys that are going into this line of work is they ain't got that firepower if they meet repercussions. I was doing my thing and I was saying, I don't like this guy's song. Fuck you, Mr. Montgomery, when I see you. I was like, okay, when you see me, we can see each other. I wasn't scared of. Do you get what I'm saying? Not saying I'm invincible. Anything can happen to anyone, but I understood what would come with it, and I was ready. I put my money where my mouth was, and I had things that could protect me. Not condoning nothing, but I'm just saying that. There's what was his name, man? There was a guy who, I think he reviewed Scraps and Nines' album.
Oh yeah, and Scraps must have threatened to punch him in the face.
Yeah.
Because shout out to Scraps, he might even try to cuss me out, but bro, I feel like you're a grown man. Like you're like 30 plus. Like, why is someone's opinion that bad?
I disagree with you, yeah? Okay. I think it's a double-edged sword, yeah? If you criticize Scraps, yeah, you have your freedom of speech to criticize him, right? He also has his freedom of speech to criticize what you're saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? All that it is if you don't like what my man is saying, then you need to just be ready to do something about it. And that just goes to my point. Yes, of course, he shouldn't respond that way. However, though, in the rules of freedom of speech, that's just what goes, bro. Do you get it?
I feel like as an artist, like if you're putting out something out, even with my content, bro, like if I'm putting out interviews and ciphers or whatever, if someone says I don't fuck with it, it's like I'm not gonna threaten them. I might call them a cunt or something. I'm not gonna threaten them because really and truly, one, it's not that deep.
Yeah, I agree. If I buy your music, if I buy your product, yeah, I have a right to give an opinion on it. If I buy this iPhone and it's shit and the camera's not working, I have a right to make a complaint because I spent my money on this product. Yeah. However, though, as much as you have freedom of speech to criticize this, that Scraps specifically has freedom of speech to criticize you. And if you don't like it, you can either not do it, not do his thing, or when you see him, tell him how you feel. Do you get it, bro?
I feel like that type of attitude of like, oh yeah, niggas, no one can criticize me, no one can tell me nothing, is what kind of puts the UK scene back. If no one can actually say their true opinion about your music, and these bloggers have to be all buddy and friendly with you, that means like everyone's just a yes man to you. Like,
but also understand who you're critiquing, understand what you're getting into. I didn't give a shit about critiquing anybody when I was doing. Like I said, I had my resources to protect me if anybody had a problem. I'm not invincible, but the problem is people don't have the resources to protect, and it shouldn't be that way. If I critique you, I shouldn't have to think, oh my god, it's like someone's gonna do something to me. Of course, that I agree with what you said on that end, but if you're gonna get into an industry, you gotta understand what you're in. Salute to the guy that critiqued him, because I respect that, and he didn't come out and say he's shit. He didn't disrespect him. Do you get what I'm saying? He said, look, I'm just not feeling this. Do you get what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I think it's just communication, bro. Really, I think if you know what you're in, you know what you're in. If you're down to do this thing, then you're down to do this thing. If you're not, then you're not. Do you get what I'm saying, bro?
Definitely, man. But yeah, man. So, and I also wanted to touch on this, man. I feel like, what do you think it can be? What do you think? Do you think gentrification has an effect on impoverished communities?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, but I'm gonna answer your question in two folds. Yeah, the first thing I'll say is the solution to gentrification is, as we were saying before, you need to give people jobs in this gentrification. So if you're building houses, yeah, you need to create a scheme that will train all the people in the area that are whatless, all the young G's, so that they can build these houses, electrician, plumbing, blah 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 blah. Give them jobs so that when they do build these houses, when this block is done, they will have more value. They will say, wow, you know, man actually built that. Nobody's gonna wanna fuck around and do fuckery. So that's one way. But on the other end, absolutely, in Brixton, for an example, yeah, if you go to like the Brixton I grew up in was Yardie land, bare Jamaicans. It was Jamaica Central, yeah. That the culture of Jamaica in Brixton is slowly, bro, being ripped away, bro. There's only probably one or two things in Brixton, main Brixton, that is Jamaica, and that's a CD. It's not even a shop. It's like a little CD store, yeah, on Atlantic Road. That's there. Once some investor says, fuck that, I want that little corner, that's it, bro. And that robs the culture of the people. Do you understand me? My advice as us people, yeah, in any area, whether it's Brixton, whether it's Peckham, whether it's Camden's more kind of, it's becoming gentrified a lot. Whatever part, Hackney, whatever, yeah, you need to own something in that area. If you're going to bang for your block and give 15, 20 years to your block, yeah, put yourself in and out of prison for your postcode, for these investment cunts to come and rip away, yeah, you need to own something. Whether it's a share in a house, there's a right to buy scheme, yeah. If your mum has rented the house, you can apply to own that house while you're renting. There's shops, you can go into shops and say, listen, I wanna own a share in this shop, bruv. I'll give you 10 grand, blah blah blah. Like, you need to own something.
You know what, real shit. Because I'm saying, I feel like one thing with black people, especially, bro. I was even chatting to someone about this yesterday. With us black people, we don't own shit. If you go to a predominantly black area, that go to the corner shops. It's not owned by the black man. Go to your hair and beauty store. Most of them aren't owned by black people. Even the like your franchise shops like your Tesco's and your Sainsbury's and whatever franchises of chicken shops and that. None of them are owned by black people. The only thing that we really have is a barber shop and maybe a couple, maybe aunties, Nigerian or Jamaican store. That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else. And I feel like with us, we have no ownership of anything. So like,
but we are the consumers. We consume everything.
Consume too much, but we don't own anything for ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's why we like when they say, you know what, we're gonna tear down that block or we're gonna shut this place down, because our voice don't matter, bro.
Yeah.
Like no, because
it's 50-50. Sorry, bro, but it's 50-50. You know, obviously society has set up the way for us to not own anything. Obviously, yeah. No, listen, yeah. If you look at the institutions that have existed, they are all owned by people not from our community. At certain points, the black community, when you go into the bank and ask for a business loan, they wouldn't give it to you. Now it's different, obviously, but I'm talking 20 to 30, 50 years ago when all of our parents first came here, it was difficult for you to get a business loan for a business as a black man. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? The difference between the Asian community is that they don't care about designers. They don't care about how they look. They don't care about getting a bus. 10 of them will rent one house, live in that house for 10 years, go to work, come home, put money together for food, sit together. They don't give a shit about how they look, how they don't give a fuck. They don't care because they know in 10 years time I'm gonna be up differently. Us as black people, bro, you get in the bus, oh look at my man fell off, he's getting the bus, my man's getting the or like you're not gonna invest in your future, but tonight you're gonna go Eden and spend £500 on bottles for a chick. There's nothing wrong with going out, there's nothing wrong with it, but whilst we're in the time of where you can really build your resources, what do? We throw our resources away. We mock that guy that's saving up to buy his house, but we condemn this geezer who bought a chain, yeah? Who spent 25 racks on a chain, but he doesn't have any fucking food in his fridge. Our priorities as people is fucked. Right. Sometimes, bro, yeah? Some people don't like me because I dislike a subsection of us as black people, yeah? There's two kinds of people, yeah? There's niggers and there's black people. You get me, yeah? Shout out Chris Rock, yeah? The niggers are the ignorant motherfuckers that will laugh at you for wanting to better your life. I've been a nigger before. I've been an ignorant piece of shit before. But I opened my eyes, yeah? And I understood the quality in being a black man, in being a man that's logical. The ignorant nigger, yeah, will call you dumb for trying to tell him to invest. The ignorant black man will say you're a fool, yeah, because you want to get a job and build your resources. But the black man that's logical, yeah, will support you, will ask you questions, will stand next to you. Unfortunately, the nigger gets more attention. He gets more appreciation. He gets more recognition in our community, bruv, because that's what it is. Again, 50% of it is society, yeah? The propaganda, the images that have been put out. When I, for an example, in journalism, when you would watch the news as a kid, yeah? What would you see of a black person? Arrested or killed? That's it. You don't watch the news and see this guy built a business, this guy's this, blah, blah, blah. The images of us as people, our identity has been robbed of us. So we think we have to be the ignorant piece of shit. But that's not, in 2025, of course, there's no excuse, bro. I don't care.
With black people, bro, one thing I've been noticing with us is that I kind of feel like, obviously, I hear that obviously systemic racism, they don't want us to win. I fully agree with that, but I feel like, look at the Asian man, or even the Chinese, the Indian, the Chinese. Indians in London now have more property than white British people. And I thought if Indians could do it, how comes we can't do it?
Yeah, bro, I agree with you, and I believe
one thing with the Indians, I remember hearing, like, for example, when some of them immigrate to the UK, the reason why these guys be owning the stores is because there'll be someone who will give them some peas, or they'll pull their money together and be like, cool, we're gonna get this business. Oh, you're a lawyer, you work in finance, you do construction, cool, I'm gonna use you for my construction, you're gonna be my accountant, you're gonna be my lawyer if I have any legal troubles. They all kind of work together, but I feel like we're two crabs in a bucket. And I feel like with niggas is like when we go to a black-owned store, we expect freebies, and sometimes black-owned businesses will charge.
Look at Krypton Conan.
You know, I understand the backlash with that, though.
Yeah, I understand it, but why is but wait. This is the thing, yeah. With the Krypton, salute to them, yeah. I get it, of course.
Pick them up.
They presented it as but bro, they own something. Forget about it. And this is the ignorant and the logical black man. It doesn't matter. They still own something. They still put themselves into a market, bro. It doesn't matter, bro. Whether it's who cares. It's the first thing is. Why do you only own 2%? Like, bruv, like, wait. These same people that would say you only own 2% of that business, I guarantee you they will never shop there. They will never spend their pound there. But when Jake, who owns a coffee shop, yeah, is charging you £6 for a coffee, you do it. You even tip, my man. You get me? So yeah, I get it. Cool. Yes, it's not fully black owned, but bruv, it's the direction in the right step, bro. Yeah, it's the just the hammering of, oh, why is it, bro? It's just that's what it is. We love. Wait, sorry, bro. I have to do this, cause you get me. We, not all of us, obviously, not every black person is like, but bro, there's ignorant niggas in our community that they need to go. Yeah, they need to die, and I will never. I'm sorry, no, I won't. No, when I say that, I don't necessarily mean that, but I mean some of them just need to go because they make the most noise, bro, but they do nothing for our community. They will mock you for wanting to be better with yourself, bro. Bro, listen, somebody might watch this and say, "Oh, that Montgomery guy's chatting shit." Well, fuck you, innit? Yeah. At the end of the day, I want better for my people, bruv. Yeah, and it's right with what you said. In 2025, bruv, there's no fucking excuse, bruv. This is an amazing country. Yeah, I don't want to sound EDL-ish, but I love this country. I love this city. I'm a African man, black man, born here. But you can be whatever you want in this country, bro. Yeah, you can become what you want to become, bro. If you find something that you're interested in, yeah, and you put your head down, yeah, and you find the resources for 5 years and you work hard, you don't link no girl that you're not meant to link, you don't hang with nobody you're not meant to hang, you don't go play, and you focus, you can create a life for yourself. But the ignorant black man, what does he do? He looks for excuses. Oh, it's this fault, it's that fault. Yes, society has been set up for us to fail, but in 2025 now, you can get a job if you are black. There are companies that hire you. Inclusion, diversity. They will hire you because you are black. Trust me, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah. Another thing as well I want to talk about, yeah, the image of 9 to 5. Yeah. I've had a 9 to 5 and I have my business. Yeah. I know what it is to not have a business and to work a job and to have a bit. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. Even having a 9 to 5, bro, it's not what it used to be. You can have a 9 to 5 and work from home and still have your business. It's not that you're going, yeah, but what will an ignorant black man say to you? Because I don't want no 9 to 5 because I'm a bad boy. Think I'm gonna do 9 to... That's what it is. But you could be working from home. Obviously, there's certain man that if you've been in the streets, you've got ops, you're out there, bro, you're not gonna get a job. Like, and I wouldn't even advise you to get a job because that's just putting yourself at risk, bro. But you can get a job working from home. You can find a job. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, bruv, us as black people, we just need to reset our mindset, bruv. Stop with this ignorant bullshit, bro, because you will get to 50 years old and you have nothing to your name. The only thing you have is I'm a bad boy, and that's it. But that's it, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I know I'm passionate and shit, but I just want better for man's people, bro, because I've been on both sides of the coin. I've been an ignorant black man and I've been a smart black man. So yeah, man, trust me.
I think the few things that our community need to prioritize is, one, we need to actually encourage more marriage in our community, because you see like someone up and now baby mom and the dad's not there. I feel like we need to encourage more marriage in our community. That's one, to reduce the rate of single motherhood. Secondly, I think we need to prioritize ownership and working together, and just working together so we can actually have something that we can pass down, where we can pass it down and we have our own something to call home. You know what I mean? Have our own affluent communities. I would also say that I feel like we need to actually. What else would I say? I think we need to have more positions of power because we don't have enough positions of power. Like, there's not enough of us in politics or in teaching or in. We don't have enough people in powerful positions in different industries, and that's what's kind of hindering us.
Yeah,
as well.
I agree. In the topic of ownership, because I think that stems with everything. Yeah, I think definitely like ownership is important, but it's important to own the right thing, because owning and I'm not disrespecting anybody here, but owning just a restaurant is not enough. We need to own in every relevant institution. Yeah.
Real.
So we need to own in education, we need to own in healthcare, in property, in manufacturing, in distribution, in relevant across the board. We need to own in every single part. However, for me, brother, I don't want to be a savior for black people anymore. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I want to save myself and save my family, and hopefully through saving myself, I can inspire someone. Do you get what I'm saying? For me, I do believe in ownership. Obviously, I have my own company. In terms of marriage, marriage is a great thing, bro. I think in the society that we're in now, marriage has been looked down on because of, again, propaganda and the things in front of us. It's easier now for me as a man to link a woman on Insta. It's easy for a woman to link a man to get attention. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Also, porn is so easy to get. Twitter, all these other these things destroy the sacredity of things that you're only meant to get in marriage. So for an example, sex, yeah, bruv, you can access sex or access an image of sex quickly, like I said, through porn, through linking, through Tinder, so something that is so sacred, yeah, that you should only be able to access during marriage is so easy to get now. It's like, what's the point in marriage? Plus, on top of that, the paperwork of marriage now, a lot of men are looking at it like, the fuck, why do I want to get married for and sign these pieces of paper and then she can just take everything I have? Do you get what I mean? So I feel we need to change the image of what marriage is. Marriage is an amazing thing if you get the right person, but you also understand that you are in this thing forever. Do you understand? It also comes down to
work as well.
Yeah,
because I think due to social media, people think that marriage is meant to be super lovey-dovey all the time. It's meant to be like swinging, holding hands and swinging in a park and that. But it's actual real work, bro.
Now, real talk, bro. This is what it is, my bro. It's about this as well. There's two energies that exist in this world, bro. Yeah, pay attention. There's feminine energy and there's masculine energy. Unfortunately, especially in our black community, the masculine energy has been lacking. And I'm not talking about like the internet masculinity or alpha male. I'm talking about us doing what we're supposed to be doing. A lot of men are on podcasts dissing women, arguing with women. I'm not dissing anyone that does that, but we could be doing better, bro. We could be building businesses. We could be better men, bro. Yeah, we need to not worry about what the gallem are doing. If the gallem are moving mad, that's them. Masculine energy leads. If we are doing what we're meant to be doing, the gallem will follow suit, bro. The ones that are not meant to be the ones that are moving mad, they'll move mad in their corner and they will see us moving forward. It's more important that we as men hold each other accountable than we try to hold women accountable. It's more useful when women hold other women accountable. So we need to stop this arguing and dissing a gallem. I know sometimes, we need to tell them where they're going wrong, but that's not it, bro. As men, we need to be men now and start doing the right thing, leading our families, being the best versions of ourselves. So that's really what it is, bro. Us as men, we need to step back into our masculine roles, because as a man, if you're not in your masculine role, the woman is going to exit from the feminine role and she's going to step into the masculine role, which is going to make her the typical angry black woman. It's not angry black woman, yeah? A lot of our women are defensive and have a wall, but it's not because they're aggressive. It's just because we're not doing what we're meant to be doing as men, bro. You feel me? So because of that, when you try to chat to them, they don't want to waste no time. They're not on this bullshit, bro, because the man that she was with promised her bullshit, but he didn't fulfill that. So now she's protecting herself. She's guarding herself. So when you approach her, you think she's not aggressive, bro. A lot of those women, when you really deal with them properly, put them in their place, let them know, listen, I'm not here to waste your time. They have the softest hearts. But what we need to do as men, we need to start building ourselves. Forget about this and the gallem and talking. One thing you'll never see me do on the internet is argue with women or be talking on women's topics, because it has no benefit to me, you feel me? But to answer your question, yeah, man, us as men, we need to step into the masculine role.
No, definitely. I think it's work from both sides, man. I think one, men need to actually, I think men obviously, as you said, step into their masculine roles and whatnot, be focused on their mission, have someone who aligns with their mission as well, and not think with their dick too much, because I feel that every man knows that sometimes they fought with their dick a bit too much, you know what I mean? I think, and just actually have your head screwed on when it comes to picking the right partner. I think women need to be able to know what the right partner is, and look beyond money as well. Because obviously, if you want especially if you're a high earner, if you want a black man that's a high earner, that's harder to get, and obviously that's partially due to systemic racism and the fact that we can't really get to certain positions as much compared to a white man or an Asian man. I think more teamwork in terms of like being together, because I feel like with the Asians, these guys, they'll come to this country, they'll have a house, they'll live with 5 other families, they'll both go to work, they'll come home, they put their money together, they're gonna buy a store, they're gonna buy a corner shop, and they're gonna buy a franchise of Tesco, they're gonna get some property, their kids are gonna go to school, their 5 kids are gonna do accounting, law, construction, and they all build together, and it just keeps spiraling. And like I even heard some of them will even buy like a 5-bed house, and each family will have their own separate quarter where they can call off and do their thing. I feel like if we follow a similar model,
but we're not, because instead of doing that, you want to go Eden every week and pop bottles.
Again, that's why I feel like black people, like we're too materialistic.
Yeah, definitely.
I think partially because like the black people are probably some of the most underappreciated people, but we're too materialistic. We care. And I will say again, this goes back down to ownership, because obviously in the music videos, in the media, it's showing, like niggas, you need to have the watch. Like
it's because, bro, it's like
we don't own the industry, so that's why they can just show an image to us saying, you're not a man if you don't have these watches, pendants, the car. It's
what Dr. Umar said a couple years ago. It's like when you can't get close to wealth, you align yourself with the symbols of those wealths. So that's why being in a Merc means so much. Wearing Balenciaga or whatever brand means so much. Having a certain watch means so much. Having it's because that for you is an alignment of wealth, when real wealth, like what you said, is owning is things you can't see. Because if I'm walking down the road and I'm worth £2 billion, but my net worth is in assets, stocks, properties, gold, I don't have these things. I can't carry my house down the road, can I? So you can't see it. So you might think, I don't have bread. So a lot of us think that having bread means, and don't get it twisted, I was there myself at one point. I thought, I need to have the big boy thing. I need to, but that's not when you really, and thank God for journalism work and even being in construction. A lot of the developers that I've worked with, bro, I've met developers, bro, that if you see them, bro, you would think they have no money, bro. Yeah, in the summer he's got some shit flip-flops, he's wearing some next shitty top and some next shitty fucking shorts, bro. He hasn't done his, and you think this guy's a bum, bro. See what he has, see what he's got access to, see the things do you get what I'm saying? Obviously I'm not saying that rich people don't buy expensive things, they do. Don't get it twisted, bro.
But they don't care to look rich.
Yes, and the stuff that they buy doesn't look like you said, it doesn't look like it's a lot. They could buy a top from Calvin Klein that's like $250, but it doesn't look mad. With us, if you spending $5 on the top, it's gonna have boom and whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is where it is. So it's just important for us that we understand real wealth. You feel me? And it goes back to what I said in the beginning, your education and just understanding, going back to reading and writing. You can't know anything if you don't know how to communicate, if you don't know how to get yourself in these rooms where you can speak to people. Do you get what I'm saying? It's very important. So we got a lot to do, man. I love my race, you feel me? But like I said, there are people in our race that unfortunately they need to go. They need to exit.
I've been saying, I feel like black people around the world, I feel like the only way we could advance, this might sound a bit tapped, but I feel like something needs to happen. Something needs to happen so we're reminded that we are all we have. Because I feel like, because obviously, like, if you look at the white man, Asian man, there's always like some type of beef, the Ukrainians and Russians.
Yeah.
But it's like, at the end of the day, they have each other. Us, we be fighting each other like, like, for example, even in America, like there's a group of people that don't like Africans and Caribbeans.
I see that. And
it's retarded. It's like you think the white man loves you more, but at the end of the day, we need to realize that like we are all we have. So I think something needs to happen to remind us that no one gives a fuck. Like, just because you're in America, in Britain, you will never be accepted. Yeah.
But do you know what it is, my bro? I think it's conditioning as well, especially when you're talking about Africans. Again, being from Brixton, I remember
Corn, bro.
I remember, bro. Obviously, for me, I don't. Well, it depends who you ask, but when I'm around my Jamaican friends, I look Jamaican. So when I was growing up, people would see me as Jamaican. Do you get it? Plus my first name's Jamaican, and like Sierra Leone, we've got a similar culture of Caribbeans. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is this: the image of Africa has been demonized out my whole life. Remember, like an old school Oxfam advert, what would you see for £3 a month? Give to this kid, and you see the kid, the flies on the face. Who do you know sits there with a fly on their face? They don't slap their face. Exactly. It don't make no sense, bro. So this image, they designed that image of Africa to make it a way that people don't want to go there, and they see us so that they can keep going to Africa, taking our resources, robbing our materials, so it's not seen as a place you can travel. I remember when you was younger, like let's say you went to Niger for holiday 6 weeks. If you told someone, like man's going to Nigeria for holiday, what do you mean holiday? Like, do you get? But now every December, what? 30 December, that Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, what? That is the party island, bro. If you're not in Nigeria or Ghana or maybe Dubai, but in Africa, bro, you're not. That's where everyone's at now. Do you get what I'm saying? Because of social media and the internet, the information to see what Africa actually looks like, you can see it now. Back then, they restricted our image of what Africa is. So that's just what it is. I just think, we've been propagated to hate each other, and we've been seen as smelly and nasty people, which we aren't. Do you get what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we just need to change the way we see ourselves.
Bro, we literally have 1 minute before the thing cuts off, so I'm gonna have to wrap up there. But I appreciate you for coming down.
Socials,
the block, bro.
At Mr. Montgomery _ everything. Hit me up, man. Thank you for having me, man.